Hello, family, and welcome to Kami Ideas. I would say it's been a while, and that's because this body is flesh and blood, and sometimes it gets weary. Okay, just like a machine. Sometimes when it's overworked, you have to stop to allow it some rest, so you keep on. You don't break down completely. So sometimes you need to just take some time off to work on your health. In as much as you want all the money in this world and all that, there are things that money cannot do for you, right? In today's video, I just want to have a heartfelt conversation with you. This channel, I talk about a lot of things from relationship, faith, but majority or my major topics have always been on nursing and all. So in today's video, I just want to have a heartfelt conversation with you to also guide you on some things, okay? Especially those of you who are yet to go into the profession. Most of you are already inside and you are regretting already, all right? Yeah, before I go into what I have to share with you today, I want us to know that it's not really entirely our fault, okay? That sometimes we make wrong career choices, not just because we want to, maybe because you don't have much knowledge, you never really had anybody to guide you, any pioneer or pace setter to lead you and tell you this is how to do this thing, this is what this thing entails, so you know what you are going in for. So we end up making so many wrongful career choices, and most of us, we end up regretting and wishing we had never taken that path. In a typical African home, you hardly see parents gathering their children to discuss things of life with them. All that some parents just care about is my son will be a doctor, will be an engineer, will be a pharmacist, will be a banker. And we grow up with all these big titles in our head. Meanwhile, God has a different direction for you in life. And when it comes to nursing, I want to just level it down to this particular profession. You realize that before you become a nurse, you don't have to be a pure science student entirely. You have other courses you can offer: general arts, agri, home economics, and the rest for you to become a nurse. If we ask majority of people, most of them did not really go into senior high school with a mind of I want to become a nurse in future, so I'm just taking this path. There are students who are currently offering general arts in senior high schools, and they tell you they want to be journalists, newscasters, and all those social media or media stuff. By the end of the day, they end up becoming nurses, and when you ask them, they will tell you maybe if you go into this one in Ghana, yeah, you get a job. People have so many reasons why they decide to switch to other professions. And an example is my husband. Okay, I took a look at my husband's WASI result. He had very brilliant results. You see A's and B's, and with the, I don't want to reveal what course he offered in senior high school. So I asked him, why did he pursue this particular course? You went to senior high to read this thing, but why did you branch to a different field entirely? And he gave me so many reasons, and you get to realize that if he had had someone to really guide him on choosing life choices, he would have been doing something different from what he's currently doing. That's why I said I don't really blame us. It's because of where we are coming from. Our culture has so much influence on us on so many things. So when it comes to nursing, I will never demotivate anybody that don't become a nurse, or nursing is not good, the pay is not good, or whatever you say the negatives. No matter how evil, negative, whatever is, there are still positives, okay? So in life, you just decide to focus your mind on positive things that will bring you benefit, and not concentrate so much on the negatives, okay? When you take a look at nursing, when you are not a nurse, or before you even decide to become, you do hear a lot of myths, I'll call it, okay? Nurses earn so much money, they travel around the world, a whole lot of myths. But if you are actually in this profession, that's why I take it upon myself to always tell you what you are expected to come and feel or experience on the field, because you have to be prepared mentally to go into nursing profession. If not, if you are just coming or going into nursing because of what you probably might have heard, money and whatever opportunities that comes with it. Of course, there are opportunities there, not just in nursing, everywhere. And one thing is that whatever God wants to do in your life, He can use any medium to let you get to your destination. All right. You shouldn't have that mentality that when you come into nursing, you earn so much money and all those good stuff. You realize that much of it all depends on God and you to actually reach that particular mile you want to get to. Okay. You know, those who are currently doing their national service, they've not been paid, and they are lamenting on TV, on the media, everywhere. And our hospital, they currently decided to go on a break, a strike, meaning like they want to some time off because things are really hard on them. They are paying for utility bills, and some of them are traveling far and near, coming for duty and going back and hungry and all that. It's not really easy because I've been through that. I've been through that situation, and it's not actually pleasant at all. But I looked back home and see others sitting at home. They've completed for some years now and they are still at home and they are fighting to be posted by the government, and it's a whole lot of stuff. So you do hear some nurses saying that they say nursing is a calling, but theirs has been a missed call, was a missed call, and they say a lot of funny stuff regarding they taking the path on becoming nurses. And that is to tell you that most of these people do not really have the rightful education and did not get the right information. And me, for instance, growing up, I've always said I wanted to be a medical doctor. So in senior high school, I offered general science with the intention of becoming a medical doctor. Okay, so after senior high school, I realized that I didn't meet the requirements for medical school, and I learned if you go into the nursing profession, you can take that path to become, which is possible. So that means that if I still want to take on that path of becoming a medical doctor, I would, like, it can be possible. All right. So but you will see somebody else who also did something very different and then ending up becoming something different, and that is life for you. All that I'm just saying is that don't have the mind that nursing will solve all your problems. You are home, maybe the uniform is nice to you. If you are coming into nursing because you heard that the pay is like this, forget about that thing, sister, brother. You know, the perception is that I think government workers, like in quotes, are well paid and they have so much money. One funny thing I heard over some time ago was someone was like, if you're a government worker, or you can go for a loan and all. And I was like, you want to live your life on loan and you think that is a better life? And I was like, even if personally, with my personal opinion, if you are a government worker, you are limited. Okay, you are very limited, because if you don't find yourself at a place where you can do something like a side business somewhere and augment what you earn at the end of the month, and you want to sit down and just rely on your nursing money, nursing salary at the end of the day, I bet you within 2 weeks to the month you finish squandering your money, and you have responsibilities to, to take care of. So all that I'm just saying is that before you decide to become a nurse, especially in this part of our world, you must be ready to embrace stuff. It's never really easy, and it's a very challenging profession. I won't lie to you. Okay, and personally, my experience so far, I don't regret becoming a nurse anyways, just like I said earlier on. But then if you are home and you are watching this video, have a different view about the profession. Just have a future ahead of you. Don't just think of the white and the green or whatever uniform and the belt you wear to show that you've gone to nursing school and all that. Don't just be looking at the myth that they earn so much, they travel around the world and all that. You can equally do anything and travel around the world if you want to be a traveler. And also, there are so many occupations that earn even far better, nicer than how much is the nursing salary. But then, we are brainwashed. We don't get the rightful the guidance. Nobody is there to guide us, to really tell us that this is what you are expected to know. And people expect so much from you, but that is not the reality you face. You forget of that notion and put something at the back of you, put a vision ahead of you. You may have a goal, a mindset, a destination where you want to get to, and maybe you use that as a channel to get to that particular destination. But I bet you can't just be in Ghana here as a Ghanaian nurse and what we earn, and you can depend on it for the rest of your life. It's not possible. Okay, it's not possible. So this nursing thing, if you have opportunity, invest in yourself in other fields too as well. Okay, and then by the grace of God, we'll get to where we are going. Yeah, so I just want to share this with you because there are a lot of frustrations in the hearts of graduate nurses, even though some are working on their field and they regret coming into this field because they were not guided, and a lot of people are making mistakes because of the wrongful choice of career they picked. And nursing is not an exception. It's not a golden job. It's a tough job. I will not lie to you. So you have to be ready to embrace it. And sometimes those of you apply and don't get admissions and you are killing yourself. And now God is having another thing better for you than even nursing. So sometimes some rejections are actually prayer answers. Okay, I hope that part of my plenty talk, you have picked something to help your life. All right, so this is what I want to share with you today. Stay blessed, and then see you in the next video. Bye bye.